back, and today's video will be playing Railroader. And if you don't know how this game starts, the lore is a flood knocked out the majority of your outline, and one of your two locomotives, number one, got derailed. So you have to reroute it and bring it over here to the shed. Number two, the 260 mogul is operational. It would just need a bit of coal and water. You also start with a boxcar with 15 tons of repair parts. You control-click on cars to open this menu. You can go through the car, condition, brake line, cylinder, handbrake, all of that. The cylinder bleeding just releases air. The handbrake applies and releases the handbrake. Brake line shows how much air is in there. Condition, it carries over to equipment, and it just shows the condition of the rolling stock. Repair destination. So right now we don't have bracing unlocked, so we can only set the repair destination over here to the East Whittier repair track. So, hull value just shows you how much the car sells for, and it varies depending on the condition. Sell destination is gets chosen based on if you have over here, over in Sylvia, or wherever the hell. You also start with a 50 hopper with 50 tons of coal, and the operations, it's telling you where, and it's practically saying you can unload at the East Whittier coaling tower and buy coal via East Whittier interchange. And this car right now can only be unloaded over here. And you buy repair parts over here. You'll notice we also start with a passenger coach used for hauling 60 passengers. We also start with the caboose. And the main goal for right now is bringing the 460 10-wheeler over here to the shop tracks, which to reroute rolling stock you have to be physically on the ground and click shift, then click R, press and hold the shift and click R. It may vary on how many times you have to press R, and you have to actually have the shortening down and the number over oiling points, because oiling just gives oil into the pistons. Oh, we also start with 8 skeleton flat cars, all used for logging. bunch of logging trucks. If we come over here, the skeleton flat cars go over this way. We flip with that switch, and they come all the way over to these log tracks. What logging tracks? And it's best to have a logging locomotive, like a logging tank Mikado, or a K35 standard logging Mikado. Or if you want to do more logging, then that the Mastodon might be your friend. Which I do have several modded locomotives. The A12 440, the L27 articulated, and L37 for steam locomotives anyways. There's the SP57, the switcher of all time, trademark. Then saddle or backpack, industry, or engine. Then the GP38, EMDF7B, EMDF7A, the ES44DC locomotives, and that's all the modded locos I have. But I can't buy any of them except one, which I'm not going to. Because, well, right now, it's not really something I want to buy until after I actually get the operation started. So we'll make sure the cars go to get loaded at the Connolly Creek 2, well, L2. And make sure it's copied over to the others. If you press tab, you can see where everything goes. But that comes into play during the day and during shunting. Next, we have the schematics. There's railroad, Fox Railroading, reputation not yet available. Praise cost discount equipment, repair, and new contract here. All of these are the base right now. 000 tier 1, no effect. With the locations, Connolly Creek, it shows you where everything can go. Eastwood tier engine service, repair speed, can make it as high or however low you want. First vehicle loader track, repair track. Those, the Eastwood tier interchange, you can enable or disable it. Next, the daily service, day 2, 6 AM, and it shows how much time until then, which would be 20 hours, 54 and 54 minutes, 20 seconds. Extra service, you can do that. Loads car type HT, which I believe is maybe, oh, that's, with the, hopper and, yeah, 150 per 50-ton coal car. The diesel fuel for Carolina Fuel, tank medium, I believe. 2,160 per 80,000 gallons of diesel fuel. The Atlantic locomotive works repair parts 3,000 per 50 tons. Milestones repair Ela track and bridge, diesel fueling stand East Whittier, and the track to Sylvia, or Silva, something like that. I'm gonna start phase 1 of that, and start that. They will come during the interchange. Finance, you can take out loans, pay loans, check all the financial stuff like opening balance, milestones, new equipment, selling old equipment, yada yada yada. Equipment just shows you what equipment you have, like a V10 wheeler, the mogul, the Pullman, open platform, caboose, all your skeleton flats, the 36-foot hopper, 35-foot boxcar, employees, shows for players, crew, no crews, although you can create crews, settings, time, allows you to skip time, interchange your service, features, it has interchange blocked by destination, determines the degree to which cars are delivered to the interchange blocked grouped by their destination. And you can change it from blocked, mostly blocked, somewhat blocked, or hostile. Hostile would be like, this car could be here, that car could be there. No, it's this and that car that go to the same place. It could be at the end of the train and in the middle, or whatever. Simulation braking force medium. Wear and tear, you can enable, change the rate, overhaul miles, change it, hotbox and oil use rating, AI engineer stuff, operations timetable, map, show us switches, access control, all of this. I don't understand much of that though. There's the tutorial, console, company window, switch list, which we don't have any, equipment, engine roster, equipment purchase, preferences, which would be like model now, skin tone, hat, glasses, bandana, gloves, yada yada, and which just shows you what stuff does. And control click on the locomotive to bring this menu up. If you click select, it'll bring this up. And then you can select follow, which puts you in this point of view. And you'll notice with the locomotives there are two different things on the car thing. Cutout, which cuts the brakes out and is like, hey, you can't stop or start now, unless you have another locomotive. Well, that is, if with a brake stand until you cut it in. Emil cuts brakes out and is practically just, hey, you have two locos paired together. They'll operate exactly the same. This little panel, there's the train brake, which stops locomotive, tender, and all rolling stock. Independent stops locomotive and tender, no rolling stock. The reverser just chooses the direction. Throttle, exactly like that on a car. This shows what the reverser does. The settings, well, that's for simplified controls or not. That's to follow. This is to open that menu. Well, the little booklet thing. The control mode is manual. They are and a waypoint. So now we'll reverse here to hook up to the hopper, not flat, but passenger and caboose. Which it will be beneficial to slow down when approaching cars if you're close to them. But since we're nowhere near, we can just pick up speed. When the tender crosses that switch, I'll start to slow it down. Which I'll link all the mods I am currently using in-game in the description because, well, it would be completely wrong to have the mods in-game and not share who they're by and on what website, which is Nexus Mods. Dunk, and we want to pick up a little more speed, which you might have noticed I didn't tie the air into the passenger coach, which I'm not gonna do. I think the keys on my keyboard are starting to stick. Mainly the ones that I use a lot. Which, the only reason why I'm not tying Garen is because we're just shunting. And two empty cars at that. The hopper doesn't need the air supply since we're just going forwards a little. And then reversing and putting it in the cola track. Which this is not the most enjoyable part of this game, because I do not like shunting. Now, when I hook up to the skeleton cars, then yeah, I'll type the air into them. Only because if I don't, then I'll be a moron. Because that is a steep hill both ways. Because it's steep uphill and steep downhill. I'm gonna climb aboard the caboose. I'm gonna back into there to bring the caboose, not caboose, but the hopper into place. And now I jump off of the caboose and I'm gonna on that switch in. Oiling of the bearings on the fly. I'm gonna open the company window, go over to locations, the East Whittier interchange, there's that. This, I'll go ahead and get to Tier 1, Whittier Depot, that, Ela Farm Supply, and the Ela Station. Everything's marked down for Tier 1. And flip that, and I'll go ahead and type the errand so I can at least get the air into the hopper so I can dump the air. I'll just back it up a little. There we go. And the hopper's already dumping coal. Because there was only about half a ton of coal in there, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna just remove my keyboard and play on my laptop's keyboard. I do not like playing on this keyboard because it's way too small for me. Yeah, it's definitely the keys on my main keyboard are in the midst of sticking. Equipment, repair destination, Whittier repair track. I'm connecting the air on the fly now. Which is a practice that no one should ever attempt, because it is way too risky. There we go, air's tied in. Sure, I'll go ahead and hook up to these skeleton flats. I'm gonna change the whistle in a second from being that to not that one.